So it's 6:10 a.m. right now on a Wednesday morning. And I got up at 5:15 this morning. I went for a run and I just got back. And honestly, for the past 2 weeks, I haven't been sleeping good. I have been sleeping, but just not enough. Why? Because I've been working at my job a lot and I work in a restaurant and I come home late. I get home at maybe 11 p.m., sometimes even later. And then I gotta eat and, clean and stuff. And then I go to bed at midnight or I sleep at 1 a.m. And I've been having to get up at, 5:20 every day. 5:20 every single day. And the reason is, if I don't get up at that time, I can't get my tasks done. I just won't have enough time to do other tasks that I want, like my business work or go to the gym. If I don't get up at 5:20 a.m., I can't do any of it. So I have to force myself to wake up at that time to get all my tasks done. If I didn't get up at 5 a.m. this morning, 5:15 this morning, I won't have gone on my run. I won't have time to do my run. I won't have time to work on my business. I won't have time to go to the gym. So I have to wake up at that time. And that's why I haven't been sleeping a lot the past 2 weeks. And I just had my run and I'm gonna, do business work after I finish recording this video. And then I'm gonna go to the gym and then I gotta go to the job, blah, 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 right? And I've been doing a lot and I'm tired, man. I'm really tired. I don't think you understand how many times my body just tells me you gotta give up, but I don't give in. I have set standards for myself, standards that I have to reach. I don't accept anything else, and my standard is to become the absolute highest version of myself. And how do I do that? By putting myself under constant stress and pressure and pain, because I believe that's truly the only way you elevate in life, is by constantly applying force and applying pressure and applying pain into your life, sacrificing comfort in order to reach your highest version. Pain is all I know, man. Pain is the only thing that has evolved me. So I continue to put pain on myself so I can evolve. I don't believe in this comfort. Oh, you need a rest, Jordan. You take it easy. You need to sleep 8 hours. You can't go run at 5 a.m. in the morning and then go to the gym after. You need stress. No, the world has made you soft. And that's exactly why you don't make any progress at all. It's because you've believed in this lie that life has to be easy. But I'm here to tell you that that's not true. Life must be difficult in order for you to grow. In order for you to progress, you need to put yourself under stress, under pain. So you build that mental fortitude, you build that mental resilience. You keep going forward. When you want to quit, no, you keep going. When your body tells you to sleep in, when your body tells you to not go for that run at 5 in the morning, you tell your body, no, I'm in charge. I know my destiny. And this is exactly what I have to do in order to reach my goal. And then you do it no matter what. I need you to understand that when you go through pain, when you put your body under stress and discomfort, you are growing. You are building resilience. You are building a callus in your mind. And that's why you must go through pain. You cannot grow without pain. But the reason that I do this is because I have set standards for myself, right? And you must set standards for yourself if you want to grow. You can't be out here expecting life to be easy and your days to be comfortable if you want to grow. No. In order to reach the highest version of yourself, in order to reach your fullest potential, you need to go through discomfort. Purposely put yourself through discomfort. You are growing if you are putting yourself through discomfort. That's exactly why I'm doing all the things that I do. I force myself to be in this position. And I'm not just doing this for myself. I'm not just doing this because, I want to achieve a good physique and look good for the camera. No, I'm doing this for a much deeper reason. I fight every single day to make my family proud. I want my mom and dad to look down at me and say, damn, that's my boy. That's my boy. I want them to be proud of me because they're dead. Do you think they're death was for nothing. No, I need to honor their death by becoming the absolute highest version of myself, and they need to see that. I don't use that as an excuse. I don't use that my parents are dead as an excuse. Because most people, let's be real here. Most people, when tragedy happens in their lives, when traumatic events happen in their lives, they use it as an excuse. As an excuse to be lazy, to do drugs, to drink alcohol, to throw their life down a bad route. That's what they use tragedy for. But I'm here to tell you that you must use tragedy as a pain to progress forward. But anyways, I also do it for the future family that I'm gonna have. I set standards for myself because I want my future family to see me and go, wow, that's my dad. Like, I see him pushing every single day, and I want my kids to be the same. And I want them to see me pushing, and they're gonna push hard as well. I'm here to build a legacy. I'm here to inspire the world as well. My mission in life is to show other people that no matter what happens to you, you always have the choice to do better. No matter if your family died, you can still do it. You can still come out on top. No matter what happens to you, you always have a choice to do better. And that's what I'm here to do. And how dare I come on here and talk about mindset and habits and discipline if I myself am not doing it, right? How dare I do that? I need to come on here and show you exactly what it takes. Show you that I'm being disciplined. Show you that how I've built a strong mindset. Show you the habits that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis to achieve the results that I want. How dare I come on here and talk about it if I myself am not doing it, right? I gotta hold myself to the highest standards if I'm gonna come out here and preach to you. I can't be one of these fitness gurus who just talk and talk and talk and not do anything. I gotta hold myself to a high standard. And I need to believe that everything is my fault. All the outcomes that I have in my life are my fault. And the biggest enemy is me. The only person holding myself back from achieving my goals is not Sally, it's not Joe, it's not Bob, it's Jordan, it's me, myself. So if everything is my fault and the results that I get is due to my actions, I need to be disciplined. I need to go through discomfort if I want to achieve something great. Instagram and social media and YouTube has made people so desensitized to success that they think everything comes easy. But you don't see the work behind the scenes. You don't see the 5 a.m. wake-ups, the 5 a.m. runs, and then going to the gym afterwards, and working on business in between, and then going to their job that they hate, and then coming back home and working on more business. And you don't see the 16-hour days. You think that just because this person has a Lambo, this person has a good physique, you think it all comes easy because you've seen so many videos online of people having success, of having a great body, that you think success comes easy. But I'm here to tell you that it's not. You must do great in order to be great. With great power comes great responsibility. It's not as easy as you think. That's exactly why you try to do something for a few days and then you don't see results and you quit. It's because you think it comes easy, but it doesn't come easy. You need to have those days where you feel like giving up. Where you feel like giving up and you keep pushing anyways and you keep going through more discomfort even though you feel like you want to give up. Man, on that run today, it was probably the worst I've ever felt. I was running and I couldn't even feel myself. That's how sleep deprived I am. I couldn't even feel myself. I felt like I was gonna puke. I felt like I was gonna pass out. I was seeing stars, bro, but I kept going anyways. I kept going and I showed up for myself again and again and again and again. The mindset that I want you to have is, can you give me one more day? Just one more day. I'm gonna keep pushing one more day, one more day, one more day, one more day. Oh, you feel like giving up today? Give me one more day. One more day, just one more day. And then eventually what happens is everyone else falls off. And just because you kept going for one more day, and one more day, and one more day, eventually you're the only one left standing and you win. You win. You gotta have that mindset. And I'm so blessed to have always had that mindset of one more day, one more day, one more day, one more day. Because I'm an athlete, right? Growing up, I always played sports, and I had to have that strong mindset. I've been blessed with this strong mindset, man. I was never the type of guy to give up in hard times. Hard times actually boosted me and pushed me to go even harder. I remember when I was 13 years old, my mom died, right? My mom passed away, and I remember training. I used to train football, soccer for the Americans, right? I used to train, and then I would look up in the sky while I'm doing super hard training, super hard exercises, right? I would look up to the sky and say, Mom, I'm gonna make you proud. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna go through this training. And I'm gonna make you proud. And that would give me a second boost, and I would go even harder. And also when my dad died, and I felt like giving up, I would think about my dad too and my mom. And be like, damn, bro, if they die for no reason, I must honor their death. I must put myself through hard situations to become the best version of myself. So I can be the son that they're proud of. Even though they're already proud of me, but they can be even more proud of me. I would hate to go to heaven one day and then God showed me what my life could have been if I had stayed disciplined with myself, stayed disciplined with my habits, stayed disciplined with my actions, disciplined with anything, right? I would hate for him to go, I would hate to go to heaven one day and for him to tell me, Jordan, you could have been this and this and this and this, and I didn't achieve any of it. And some days, it's going to be hard. Like today, I truly gave it my all today. It took freaking willpower today to get out of bed, to go for that run, to not quit, to not just say F it and then not run. I gave it my all today, and I'm so happy. I know that if I would have just said F it and slept in, the amount of shame and guilt I would have felt, I would have looked at myself in the mirror today and said, Jordan, you're a fraud. You can't keep promises to yourself. It would shatter me if I had slept in today. But no, even though I felt like I was gonna pass out, I was gonna puke, I was seeing stars, I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing and remembered who I'm doing this for, what I'm doing this for. This is my calling in life. God gave me this mission to inspire others, to live life as the highest version of myself, to do this for my parents, to do this for my future family. I must keep going. I can't stop. And it doesn't matter how long it's gonna take. It doesn't matter how much pain I need to go through. I'm gonna achieve it no matter what, because the standards that I have set for myself is up here. And I must live like that person. I must live within those standards. I don't accept anything less. I don't accept anything less, and that's the mindset that you need to adopt. You don't rise to the level of your ambitions. You fall to the level of your standards and systems. I don't care how ambitious you are. It seriously doesn't matter how ambitious you are. If you don't set standards for yourself, you're never going to achieve the goals. Because believe me, I used to have so many ambitions. I've always been an ambitious person, but the old version of me didn't have standards. So that's exactly why I was smoking weed, why I was lusting, why I was drinking and partying, why I was binge eating junk food. And then even though I had ambitions, I was fat, I was lazy, I was undisciplined, I hated how I looked. I hated the things that I was doing. I hated waking up each morning and not being able to think clearly. I hated waking up each morning, looking at myself in the mirror and saying, Jordan, you're so fat. Jordan, you're not living up to who you could be. You have so many gifts and talents, but you're wasting it all. Jordan, this is not who you are. I hated that. So I decided to set standards for myself and change the way that I live. And now I look in the mirror and it's just like, Jordan, I'm so proud of you, man. Even though things are hard, things get hard, you keep pushing and you keep pushing and you never give up. And you keep telling yourself one more day, one more day, one more day. And as a result, you get closer and closer and closer to your goals. I'm happy to be chasing greatness each day now. I don't just wake up with brain fog and scroll my phones and beat my meat. I don't just wake up and spend my last amount of money on weed or on alcohol. I do things that pushes me towards the person that I'm trying to become now. And it's a work in progress every single day. Like you think that there's a peak to the mountain, right? But you'll quickly realize that once you reach that peak, there's always another peak to climb. Life is meant to be constantly progressing. You're meant to be constantly progressing in life. And that's a beautiful thing. You don't really reach a final destination. The journey is a destination. I don't care. I wouldn't care so much about reaching the final destination. What I care about is the journey. It's like a movie as well. You don't care about what happens at the end. What makes a movie interesting is the things in between, which is a journey, right? And that's your life. The journey is the beautiful part, not the end destination. Because when you reach the end, what else is there to do? Nothing. So life is a constant progression of self-improvement, of becoming better each and every single day. And the journey is a destination. You gotta enjoy the journey to get to the final destination, right? If you don't enjoy the journey, then there's no point. What's that quote? I'm thinking of that one quote now where it's like, a man who enjoys walking will... I don't even know the quote, man. I'm butchering this. Hold on. All right, so I had to pull up my laptop for this quote, but it goes, the man who loves walking will walk further than the man who loves the destination. So you gotta love the journey, man. The journey is the beautiful part. You know what I'm saying? I love the journey. I absolutely love the journey. Like, yes, it's hard to wake up in the morning and to go for a run and to, do business work and go to the gym right after. Yes, it's hard, but that's what makes it beautiful. And I know for a fact that one day when I look back on the things that I had to do, I'm gonna be proud. I'll say, damn, man, you did all that, and I'll pat myself on the back. That's what I want, right? I don't care how much pain I have to go through. Pain is only in the moment, but I guarantee you look back on it and you're like proud of the things that you did. But I can guarantee you from experience that if you choose comfort over discipline, you will 100% of the time regret it. You always regret it. There's never been a time where I have chose comfort over discipline and was happy about it. Every single time I chose comfort over discipline, I hated myself. Jordan, you're a failure. Jordan, you said you were going to do this, but you didn't do it. Right? But every time I chose discipline over comfort, it sucked. It sucked ass in the moment. But afterwards, I would be like, Jordan, you did that. But man, you're amazing. I would feel so much accomplishment. Right? That's exactly why I choose discipline over comfort every single time. You must keep fighting. You must live to your standards, live up to your standards, and keep pushing and pushing and pushing every single day. There's no stopping. What kind of man do you want to be, bro? Damn, you got to think about this. What kind of man do you want to be? You want to be a man of honor, of discipline, of integrity, a guy who keeps his word? Or you want to be a 99% average dweeb, bro? I refuse to be average. I want to be number one. I want to be at the top. I want to achieve all my dreams. I want the 100K per month. I want the dream life with my family. I want to wake up and not even worry about money anymore, because I used to worry about money so much, man. There was a time in my life where I was so broke, I couldn't even afford like 15 baht of food. 15 baht, if you don't know, that's Thai currency. I used to live in Thailand, right? And 15 baht, bro, is like, what, freaking 20, 30 cents? Not even, like probably 5 cents, bro. I spent hours looking for money in the house just so I could buy these like grilled sticky rice things. I don't want to be in that position anymore. I want to wake up and know that my finances are secured, and know that my family's life is secured, and be able to provide for people, be able to give to the poor. I want that life. I can't do that if I'm lazy. I can't do that if I'm undisciplined. I need to be disciplined in order to do those things. And that's exactly why I'm willing to go through the pain each and every single day to achieve that. And I'm willing to put in the work and to do whatever it takes to get there. A lot of you guys say you want to achieve something, but you don't put in the work. You say you want to have a good body. You say you want finances, but you can't even do the simplest task, which is waking up in the morning and getting the work done. You have so many ambitions, but you don't have standards. You don't have the willpower. You don't have the grit to go through hard times and to get things done. You're just a talker. You're a talker. There are so many people that do this. 99% of the world does this. They talk and talk and talk. Oh, I want this, I want that, I want this. But when the time comes to actually put in the work, you shy away. You shy away and you don't put in the work. But it's the 1% of people who say they want things and they actually do it. So are you going to be the 99% or are you going to be the 1% who actually does things? Because I choose to be the 1% every single day and put in the work to get closer and closer and closer to my goals. 100K per month. My family's life secured. Be able to do whatever I want. Whenever I want. Be able to give back to the people who provided for me, who took care of me. Be able to give to people in need. And to make an impact in the world. That's what I'm called to do. That's my dream. I can't do that without putting in the actions. So I guess this is going to be a short video. I hope you guys found value in this. Hit me up on Instagram. Go follow me on Instagram. I'll leave a link in the description. Go hit me up on Instagram. And if you need help becoming the highest version of yourself, build your mindset, build your physique, build your faith with God. Change your habits so you can become the highest version of yourself. Let's book a call and I'll see if you're a good fit for my program. As always, I'm rooting for you. I love you and I believe in you. Mwah.